Welcome to the most disliked show on YouTube. Welcome to the most disliked show on YouTube. Welcome to the most...
Hello, Philip Reigns is a complete dumbass. Hillary Clinton, former Hillary Clinton aide, and this guy thinks The Rock has a great chance of winning the next election. This is what an idiot looks like. I'm sorry, right here. I'm glad that I could dress up for you all today. I started, sometimes I'm like, should I do a video? I'm not dressed. What does it matter if I'm dressed? Nobody watches this anyway. I should just be naked right now, really. I have this huge gash in my forehead. Wonderful. But let's go to Jimmy Dore. He's going to talk about this idiot in a way that I never could. What a fucking idiot.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm here with the miserable liberal.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hey, February 1st is our next live Jimmy Dore Show. February 1st, that's a Friday in Burbank, California. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for tickets, and we'll put a link underneath this too, okay? So get this. This is from Mediate. Ex-Clinton advisor Philip Reigns, I have a hard time seeing how the Democrats could beat Trump in 2020.
Oh, God.
Of course you do. Because all you can think about, wow, we got to get a corporate, how can a corporate Democrat? This is the guy who thought Hillary Clinton was a good candidate. I mean, that's, of course he thinks that. Hey, maybe if you put up someone that half the country doesn't hate already, maybe try that. Can you believe that? I mean, that's, well, here's there's an audio recording.
Who can win the primary?
So there's an audio recording from Mediate. Here, I'll play it for you.
Who could win the primary and the general election in the Democratic Party?
I don't know. I
Obviously. I don't know. Nobody could be. The most beatable guy in the world. He's like, I'm dumbfounded. If Hillary couldn't do it, nobody could. I mean, come on. Here we go.
I don't know. I don't.
Is that because you don't see someone out there now?
I think there are people out there that would make great presidents. I just don't know how you get through both and then still be. I mean, the one thing that Secretary Clinton has always said, whether it's about her or just in general, is, a campaign is between two people. And why that sounds obvious, right now when people talk about Donald Trump, it's really Trump or not Trump. When it's Trump versus Booker or Trump versus Sanders or that's a very different dynamic. Mm-hmm. And I always think of it this way, that if the election were held tomorrow.
Yeah, because one of those people would beat Trump. That's a totally different dynamic. Bernie Sanders, yeah, that's the guy who would probably crush Trump. Because a lot of people, independents, he fires up the base, which is what the Republicans been doing for the last forever, and that's why they've been winning. They fire up their base. And that's why there wasn't a bigger blue wave where Trump went out and did rallies, fired up his base. And number two, Bernie Sanders fires up his base and appeals to independents and appeals. That's right. He even appeals to people on the right because they like that he's not bought. And by the way, his big issue is Medicare for all. The overwhelming majority of Americans are for that. So maybe if you ran a candidate who was for Medicare for all, you could beat Donald Trump because he ain't offering that. Again, none of this stuff goes into their head. I mean, you might as well just ask a guy, playing with his dick walking down the freeway. I mean, they know more than this guy. This guy's, I don't know. I've been in politics. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea how you beat Trump. You have no idea how you beat Trump. Again, he doesn't. You can't. You definitely can't try offering them anything. Don't try to actually be an attractive candidate. Yeah, Bernie Sanders, that's a totally different, it's a different dynamic because Bernie Sanders actually has a platform that is popular and that people will come out and vote for.
Stick in a name would Trump win, and I have a hard time thinking of, I think Tom Hanks would win, and I think The Rock would win.
When I first saw this, I thought he said Barack. He said The Rock. and his running mate would be The Undertaker.
Is he joking? Like, is that? I think that Tom. This is where. Come on. So is he like joking or something, or like I think Tom Hanks would win? I think. What is he doing? This is.
I have a hard time seeing how a lot of the people who are running would win. Just as comparison. That doesn't
Really? You see it? You have a hard time seeing how Bernie Sanders. I see a hard time for the rest of them. I do. I see a hard time for Cory Booker, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. Why? Because they don't excite their base, A, and they don't appeal to people on the other side of the aisle or independents because they're corporatists. That's why. There's an anti-establishment fervor in the country.
I just want to remind everybody that this is a guy who's was an ex-Clinton advisor. And he has no idea about who could possibly win against Trump because Trump's policies are so popular.
Right.
Or is it because the Democrats have no platform whatsoever?
This is exactly. And he's just throwing around personality. Well, Tom Hanks, what's his platform?
Well, I just saw him in the Washington Post, and
he
was fantastic.
He was great.
I loved the way he looked with gray hair.
Tom Hanks, his campaign manager would be Chet Hanks, the rapper. His son, that rapper guy that, trust funds, born with a silver spoon up his ass. Rapper, wants to be Eminem. That would be his campaign manager. So that would be even better than Trump.
It's like, I think The Rock could win. So again, it's nothing about policy. Nothing about policy, nothing about offering people something, nothing about a platform, nothing about programs to change people's lives. It's one big reality show. It's the king and queen of the prom. That's what this guy's doing.
Well, he can't say anything about Medicare for all because as an ex-Clinton advisor, she said,
will never come to pass.
I mean, if that's not a winning,
concept. Do you see why Hillary Clinton lost? These are her advisors. I'm completely clueless on how you beat Trump. The most.
Well, was he one of the advisors that said not to go to certain states?
I'm sure it was his. I'm sure he had signed off on. That was their strategy. So the Clinton campaign strategy was: don't care about blue collar workers. Turn your back on them. We're going to try to get Republicans to vote for us. That was their strategy.
But go to Arizona. Maybe you'll be able to get some votes in Arizona.
She was going to Texas and Arizona. She was going to get Republican votes. Screw the blue collar work. And guess what? They didn't come out to vote for you. This is a study of the emptiness of a loser's head.
That they're not. He's a freak of nature. And
so talking about Trump. Trump is a freak of nature. He's not a freak of nature. You know what's a freak of nature? That you guys thought putting the most unpopular Democrat in the world, who lost previously, up as you think that who offers nothing to nobody, you had to cheat in the primary to win. So now Trump's a freak of it couldn't be that you guys suck. It's that Trump's a freak of nature. Oh, I mean, who could, that's that whole thing. Who could have beat the freak of nature?
Doesn't matter if he's dumb or not. Doesn't matter what I think. He is a bulldozer.
So if you were betting now,
he is a bulldozer. I mean, you just can't beat Trump. I cannot wait to play this at a live show.
So what is it? So is Trump dumb? Is Trump a bulldozer? Is Trump capable? Is Trump incapable?
Doesn't matter.
But it doesn't matter because
he's
the
a freak
Democrats
of nature.
Don't matter. They represent
Democrats
nothing.
Because Democrats suck. Because Democrats can't beat Trump. You can't beat Trump. The guy, the emptiest vessel, the dumbest guy in the world. You guys can't beat him.
Rhodes Scholars can't beat this guy.
Wow. And you know why you can't beat him? Because you don't offer people anything. Because people don't like you. Because people are done voting for shit like you. That's why. Oh, you can't. Bernie Sanders would wipe the...
think he wins in 2020.
Net, yeah.
And
yeah.
Do you need
for a lot of reasons? Also because moments in history like this tend to not get resolved. The only two presidents in the last 85 years have been denied a second term: Jimmy Carter,
George H.W.
and George H.W. Bush, and both because they had, as a sign of trouble, they had serious primary challengers. It's harder to lose the office than get the office.
This guy thinks that the only reason why they lost was because Trump was a celebrity and they didn't have a celebrity, and the deplorables. Oh, they just want to vote for a celebrity. We can get a celebrity. The Rock. I saw somebody's remark. Somebody with big smiles. big celebrities with big smiles. Yes. Yeah.
Please remember to subscribe and hit the dislike button at the bottom of the page.